But you know what? Even though he's a baritone, he still manages to do some pretty impressive feats in the tenor range. So just props to that. Hello, lovely people of the internet. Welcome back to another reaction on the Opera Cecilia YouTube channel. Today we will be doing Pentatonix's cover of The Prayer, originally sung by Celine Dion and Andrea Bocelli. We will have more Andrea Bocelli on the channel later on, but I'm kind of on a Pentatonix kick, so we're going to keep going there. We just wrapped up the blind auditions that we had for season 2. Really exciting. So that's where a lot of my time has been spent, sifting through emails and such. And really quick before we get started, we have a Patreon now. So if you click the link in the description, it should be able to take you to our Patreon page. If it so behooves you, please support us on that platform. Or you can support us as usual by commenting, liking, and subscribing. It's absolutely free. All it takes is a little finger movement from here to there. Or if you're using your thumb, from there to there. But now that we've got that out of the way, let's do a little Pentatonix here. I forgot this was done during the winter, so we've got winter ambiance.
I pray you'll be alright and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way.
You've gotta love the background voices. They have such a wonderful floating ambiance. It just really manages to capture the beauty and the calmness of this song. It's really a prayer. I don't know if that was a joke. I don't know what that was. I'm just trying to segue in some way here. I guess I'm just a little jealous that they get to make music with their friends and have a bunch of beautiful harmonies. If you've never sung in harmony before, I highly suggest it. It's really cool when you get to vibe with a musician like that.
Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe.
La luce che tu dai
I pray we'll find your love
nel cuore resterà
and hold it in our heart.
a ricordarci
When the
che
stars go out each night,
l'eterna stella sei.
This is a great range for Scott's voice. You can really hear the warm earth tones. I'm going to have to describe it as an earth tone because it's a really great baritone sound. It's something we don't get to hear very often when he's doing lead vocals. He tends to want to sing in a more baritone tenor tessitura. Those words don't make sense to you. Real quick explanation. A baritone is what most singers with testosterone will end up singing simply because of the length of their vocal folds. I'm not going to get into too much detail on it because I'm not the expert. But suffice it to say that most lower voices will land in the baritone range. You could consider it the speaking range. And tenor voices tend to live more up in a higher tessitura. Tessitura meaning the spot or the average range, you could say, that someone may be singing in. Tenors tend to sing a little bit higher on that spectrum. Baritones are more in the middle. We've got bass singers who sing really low, like Avi. And then we have folks who may be singing more in the countertenor range or potentially like a rock screamer kind of thing. And Mitch tends to live in that part of his voice where he's doing this mix of falsetto and head voice. It just goes to show the range of the human voice and how cool it can be.
Nella mia preghiera
Let this be our prayer.
quanta felice
When shadows fill our days,
lead us to a place
guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
Oh, they're all together now.
a world where
Pain and sorrow will be ended,
and every
heart that's broken will be mended, and we'll remember we're all God's children, reaching out to touch Him, reaching to the sky.
That was pretty dang high for Scott. You usually don't hear that coming out of him. Besides, I think the highest note that I remember him actually singing fairly consistently was an A sharp B flat in New Year's Day. What was that note? Okay, so I think he was sustaining a B flat there. So props to you. You could tell based off of the tension in his neck that it was not something he was going to do very often or live. I just lost the light. What the heck? I like that light. It was giving me some color. There's no going back. I mean, I guess I do have a backup, but I'm just going to leave it at that. You'll just have to deal with my natural complexion. So it's definitely not something I believe he will be trying to do consistently, especially in a live setting, considering when they go on tour, they just go back to back to back to back. It can be really taxing on the voice to continue to do that. But you know what? Even though he's a baritone, he still manages to do some pretty impressive feats in the tenor range. So just props to that. You're a great singer, Scott. Going out.
let this be our prayer, just like every child,
Just like every child
needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
I really appreciate the different melodies that Kirsten and Mitch were singing during the part where they were most vocally prominent. That's a big reason why you go to covers, because an artist will put their own spin on things and they will sing something slightly different than the original. And I think all versions have their merits, and it's really cool to hear those different interpretations.
Leads to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
Wonderful, wonderful performance. As usual, Pentatonix knocks it out of the park. What a unique blend of talent, of skill. I'm just fanboying over here in this corner. Don't mind me. Pentatonix, we love you here at Opera Cecilia. Everything you do is amazing. You have such talented musicians in your group, and I look very much forward to seeing you in concert next time I happen to drop in. It's been a few years, so I think I'm due for another Pentatonix concert. Thank you folks very much for watching once again. Please continue to comment, like, and subscribe. Head on down to the link in the description for our Patreon if you want to support us in that way. Otherwise, I will catch you next time. Bye!
Basta diva che